Bitcoin appears to be breaking out from a falling wedge pattern, while Ethereum also may be taking another run at a major point of resistance. We'll also take a look at Cardano, which had some big news yesterday that finally catapulted it above its daily EMA ribbon. All that and more next. Alright, let's start with a look at Bitcoin. Yesterday we talked about how Bitcoin was in this falling wedge pattern, and we had this line of support here around $36,800, and we talked about how it's just a matter of time before this pattern breaks up, and whether we want to see whether it broke up before it reached this support line or if it broke under. If it kept going beneath this support line, that'd be a bad sign because then we'd be dropping down lower. But I talked about how I thought it would break above this falling wedge pattern before this support line, and looks like it's happening now. So this is the 4-hour chart. You can see the last 4-hour close here above the falling wedge, so it looks like we're having a breakout here. The volume isn't super great right now though, but here we are in the next 4-hour candle, and we continue to move higher. So I wouldn't say this is totally confirmed breakout because the volume is not great, but it's looking positive right now for Bitcoin. So if this is a confirmed breakout of this falling wedge, the target would be the top of the wedge up here. But let's just say, to keep it simple, that the target really is this resistance line, which is around $41,500. So if this breakout continues in a positive way, then we're looking to potentially retest the area of resistance here around $41,500 for Bitcoin. Now, as you recall, this is part of a bigger breakout that we're looking at here. So we had this big breakout from this descending wedge that went back to mid-May, and our ultimate target of this breakout is around $51,000. So again, we're just dealing with this major area of resistance here at $41,500, which you can see goes back quite a ways. And we expect this resistance to be strong, so we don't expect this to be an easy thing to break through. And now we're just trying to see whether we reverse this little consolidation period here, and we're going to retest the resistance line one more time. But again, it's not a sure thing that we're going to break right through it the next pass either. So for right now, things are looking positive that we may have broken out of this falling wedge pattern. And I'd say the first thing to look for is a retest of this resistance line, and then we'll see if we have enough momentum to actually get through it this time, or we have to fall back again and give it another pass later. If we turn on the EMA ribbon, you can also see that on the 4-hour we're just below the EMA ribbon right now, but on the daily we remain well above the EMA ribbon. So again, this looks really bullish. Consolidation period here below the resistance line. We're still above the EMA cloud on the daily. If we look at the MACD, on the daily you see we're still well above, we're still in the positive territory in the MACD, although this is narrowing a bit here. 4-hour we're getting close to having a cross in the 4-hour MACD, and 1 hour we actually went positive yesterday on the MACD. So overall this looks like Bitcoin is breaking out of this falling wedge, and we are heading back up towards this area of resistance here around $41,500. And let's just see how this plays out. All right, let's move over to Ethereum. We talked about the diamond top pattern that had formed a couple days ago, and we broke through it, and we broke down from that, and we met our price target exactly. But then we talked about how we had this ascending trend line here. We're waiting to see whether this is going to break down from this, and you can see this is the 1-hour chart. We have been breaking down from this trend line. We've been hugging it, but breaking down below it. But I also said yesterday that this $2,400 support line here, which was the support line from the big W pattern that we broke out of last week. So this neckline here is strong support now. And that's what this yellow line is right here. This would be strong support, and I thought that even if we broke down from this trend line, this would keep us from falling further. And so far that's been true. So even though we've been below the trend line, we haven't dropped too far below it, and the $2,400 support line has held us up pretty well. And we right now appear to be breaking above the trend line here. This is the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 4 hour. So again, on the 4-hour, we still have time to go for this candle, so it's still very possible it might drop down below. But we're looking pretty good. You can see there's a big volume candle here for this 1 hour. So if we can get a 4-hour close above this trend line, that's really positive for Ethereum. And it could be that we're kind of back above the trend line here and going to make another move to break above the resistance line of 2630 here. Now let's take a look at the RSI for Ethereum too, because you can see during this sort of consolidation period here, after we drop down from the diamond top, you can see that it's been rising while price again has been staying more or less flat. So this is a bullish divergence, which could have indicated the move up here that we're looking at right now. So bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart for Ethereum, which could indicate that we're breaking back above this ascending trend line, and could be making another move at the strong resistance line at 2630. Now let's go over and check out the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart, because I talked also the other day about how we'd seen a bullish breakthrough from this descending triangle. This is Ethereum to Bitcoin, so the price of Ethereum denominated in Bitcoin. And this goes back to mid-May. So a very clear breakout of this pattern. And our ultimate target here is 8.6 cents, or 8.6% of Bitcoin. So we're just now making the move. But what this really means is we should expect that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin over the next few weeks at the very least, until this target is realized. And again, in my opinion, Ethereum is ultimately going to move more towards the 10 or 15% valuation to Bitcoin at some point this year. So overall, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano are all looking pretty good today. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, get notifications, and until next time, bye.